This is the British Council's Teaching English global portal for teachers. You can see the address here, teachingenglish.org.uk. It's divided into a number of sections, each one of which is subdivided into some useful areas. On the front page you'll see there's always a guest writer. In this case it's Fitch O'Connell, who's a specialist on literature and the use of literature in the ELT classroom. There are a number of free teaching materials available, popular downloads. You can register on the site, which enables you to have a profile, your own blog. You can interact with other people. And then the latest content which has been published on the Teaching English website you can see here. Just clicking on this arrow will show you more and more content in this huge universe of resources. The site enables individuals to hold blogs on ELT, and these are often classroom teachers from all over the world who would like to share with the world their experiences. I'm just going to click on this one about teacher education in southern Argentina. So while that's loading, you can see that the latest comments appear here, and in this case it's a teacher called Dario Banegas who's sharing an experience, a project in collaboration with the Ministry of Education of that country, and anyone who's interested can read all that information. Also from the home page it's possible to do a search. In fact, you can do that anywhere on the website. Just type in keywords that interest you here. For example, if you're interested in motivation, just type motivation, click search, and you'll see a selection not only of articles but also discussion topics, forums, activities for use in the classroom, blog entries and so on. Teacher motivation as well. Under the try section, let's look at some of the activities that are available. Divided into activities for the classroom on pronunciation, resources for skills work, vocabulary and so on. Navigating down the screen you can see there's a huge bank of resources, and you can navigate here as well. Another thing to try are the lesson plans. These lesson plans are not dependent on any publication, on any book, so basically you can use them at any time with different levels. You'll see that each plan specifies the level of students, something for beginners here, right up to advanced level classes, and again plenty to choose from. Probably the easiest thing to do is to just type in a topic that interests you, for example environment, if that's something you'd like to work with your students on. And here you'll see not only discussions, forums, articles, but there will be lesson plans as well, and you can scroll through all of these entries to find them. In the Think section there are more academic articles, so if you're responsible for teacher training or work at a university you may want to access some of these articles. Let's look at articles on culture, for example. Many universities have courses on this topic, and it may be appropriate to use some of these resources. Here it's talking about TV comedies known as sitcoms, introducing culture into the classroom, culture as the 5th language skill, and so on. The Teaching Knowledge Database is effectively a glossary of ELT terms. So if you think of a particular term that you may have seen in the literature but you're not sure what it means, for example dogme, something that Scott Thornbury is very keen on, you'll see a brief explanation, an approach that argues that teaching should focus on the learner and not be driven by resources including course books, so it can be controversial. An example of a discussion in the classroom about things in the news, and how this is applied in practice. The train section is full of options for teacher development. There are training videos, courses such as the Learning Technologies for the Classroom course, TKT preparation, courses for primary school teachers, and others. Not all of these will be available in your region, but through partnerships with teacher associations, local government, universities, we hope to offer more and more face-to-face opportunities for development. The website also enables teachers to respond to questionnaires and to interact with each other. Here is a short questionnaire on grammar teaching, whether you prefer a deductive or inductive approach or a mixture of the two. You simply cast your vote and then you can see the results. In this case, most teachers prefer a mixture of two approaches to grammar. The transform section is aimed at policymakers, so people in government, universities, researchers, and in fact there's a directory of UK research on ELT available here. If I just click on this link to all the BC publications available, the British Council publications, you'll see the English Next series by David Gradall, Policy for Young Learners, English for Development, and so on, and a very long list. This is a useful handbook on approaching issues of diversity in the English language classroom, and there are many more free downloadable publications. This one is on developing teacher associations, global citizenship, etc. Intercultural Resource Pack was the result of a Hornby summer school in Brazil, with contributions from people all over Latin America about looking at issues of culture between countries in the ELT classroom. That's, I think, all I want to share with you for now. You can just navigate around the site yourselves to become more familiar with it. And in the next video, I'll show you a little bit about Learn English.